Climate change, subsidies and GST rationalization, these three things topped the conversations between Agri sector and the Finance Ministry. This is the conversations ahead of the budget. We'll take it by one, and first is climate change, and it has had an impact on agriculture. We have seen erratic rains, there also is heat waves by more intensity, and that has impacted just not the harvesting but also the sowing itself, and the fact that the seeds also are not all climate resistant. So this is one thing that the Finance Ministry had a conversation with the agriculture sector on. There was also talks on how to increase the growth rate of agriculture, which is currently at a low at around 1.4%. Also, when you look at the numbers in sense of agri exports, they have declined from 55 billion to 44 billion, and this is something that the ministry has been concerned about. There have been conversations about increasing funds in Agri R&D and extensions. Climate smart agri practices is something that has been top of agenda as well. Well, the second point has been about inflation rate. While the government has been taking a lot of restrictions and curbs when it comes to grains and sugar and pulses, etc., well, inflation rate in vegetables has increased between 40 to 50% in case of tomatoes. Well, there has been a need for value chain approach correction. As of now, 50 to 60% of what consumer pays is not what the farmer gets, but it is only 33% of what the consumer pays is what the farmer gets. To ensure that it increases up to 50 to 60% is something there is work being done upon. The third thing is about various subsidies that are given out to farmers at various levels. Now, the conversation is about combining all of these subsidies and transferring it directly to the farmer account instead of all of these fragmented subsidies, and as per hectares basis, and increasing of farmer income clearly has been one of the important things as well. Another subject that was picked up was about tenant farmers, because they do not get any subsidies. So they should also be coming and registering and obtain help. Some work, some talk has been done about this as well. Of course, we will see it in future on how this pans out. But there have been various other initiatives and supports as well that various agri industry is looking forward to from the new government. One is special funding and facilitating for direct purchase from farmers. This would also sort the fact that the farmers do not get a bigger chunk of what we as consumers pay for their product. The second is about agriculture startups. It also is about technology, agri marketing as a subject that has been in process for quite some time, and then processing as an industry, the tax exemptions thereon is also a point of conversation. The genetically modified seed for various commodities has been in talk, and while international markets are doing a lot of that, in the Indian markets, because of the productivity concerns, this is one subject that is being pushed on. Encouragement also in fruits and vegetables, because this is one profitable business and urban farmers perhaps should be taking this forward. GST rationalization of agri inputs has been a long-standing demand. So has been the climate change, which continues to be a long conversation. Good agri practices, we also understand, is something that agri economists have been pushing for. And top of the agenda also is about the digital technology that should be increased in sense of various farmer practices, whether it is about cropping, mapping, soil health, etc., where digital can play a very big role.